we're going to talk about the differences between Christianity and all other religions, all mainstream regular religions, Islam, the Hindu, various major cults, but lots of people consider major religions, all have different things in common. Christianity is the only one that has some specific differences that Christianity has. Number one, most other religions had somebody who was considered their prophet. The Muslims have Muhammad. There's Buddha. There's different ones that were different prophets for these different religions. Jesus was considered a prophet, and most other religions, even Muslim people I've spoke to in the past, believe that Jesus was a prophet and believe Jesus was a good teacher. The difference is with Christianity, Jesus is the only prophet who ever claimed to be God. None of the others even claimed to be God. Jesus did claim to be God, and that's the main reason that the Jews wanted to kill him was because they thought he was a heretic, thought it was heresy for him to say that I'm God. That made him really angry. The Jews who did not believe in him, they didn't believe that he was the Christ, the Messiah from the Old Testament. That's what the Christ means. It means Messiah from the Old Testament. And all those prophecies that the Old Testament had, he was fulfilling them, that he was that Messiah. So that's why we call him Jesus Christ. There's a lot of people named Jesus in the world, a lot of Spanish people named Jesus. To specifically call him Jesus Christ means you're saying he's the Messiah, the Christ. That's a specific person. So he did claim to be God. Jesus was the only one who was ever resurrected from the dead and stayed alive. There's over 500 witnesses at the time when Jesus was resurrected that he showed himself to at that time. And most people at that time do not doubt, even historians do not doubt that he was resurrected. There are some who will, but none of the others even claim to be resurrected. The Islamic faith and others never even claim that Muhammad ever came back. He died and was gone and never came back. And there's other people who took his place. But so Christianity is very different, that it does claim that Jesus did resurrect from the dead, and he stayed that way and is alive still today. Jesus was the only prophet who did public healings and public miracles, which again, history points out that he did do that. Not most, but I guess a lot of other religions will say, yeah, Jesus was a good prophet, a good teacher. He did healings, he did things. Nobody else did that, had public healings and the miracles that he did. Christianity is the only faith, the only religion that says faith only is how you become a believer, how you become part of Christianity, and believing in Jesus Christ alone, no works. All the other religions are based on works. You have to do good things or be a good person or do good works, which I would call good actions, or the Bible calls it fruit. To have good fruit, good actions, do good things, good works. They believe that. So Christianity, true Christianity, does not believe that. Some people have some messed up ideas that call themselves Christians. There is no works involved with going to heaven. It's faith alone. And the Bible says in Ephesians 2, 8, 9, and I'll look at it real quick. Just read it just real quick, just to point out what I'm saying. Ephesians 2, 8, and 9. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So there is no works. So when God gives us a gift, God gives us to become saved. You trust in him, and the gift he gives you for trusting in him is salvation. You get to go to heaven, and a lot of other things you get with that. But that's one of the things people talk about, is they get to go to heaven, which is great. But there's things that happen here right now. You become part of his family. There's a whole lot of things that happen with salvation just besides getting to go to heaven, which is great because nobody wants to go to hell. But so that's one of the things. Another thing that the Bible says, that is faith only, and all the other religions are works. They have to do things to get into their paradise or their heaven or whatever they call it. So when Christians do works after you become a believer, after you accept Jesus and what he's done and believe him, you're a believer, And after that, you want to do good things just to help other people learn how to become a believer and to please God, because God does want us to do good things, but that's not how to get to heaven. So people get the cart before the horse and they think they do good works to get to heaven. So those are just some differences between Christianity and other religions. If you have any questions or any comments, I'd love to hear them.